Hey, have you been considering a direct mail campaign, but maybe aren't sure where to start? My name's Andrew, and I'm the director of a small nonprofit in Minnesota, and I'd love to walk you through the process, share what it's been like for us, and tell you how you can get some postcards into the hands of your supporters and to grow your business, your nonprofit, your movement, your team, and to help people stay informed with what's happening within your movement. Let's get into it, shall we? So the first step is you need to get a Canva account. I feel like this is a very much a helpful software. This is a 6x9 template that we created in Canva, and so you go ahead, you set up the layout, you download the file. You still need to write the copy for the backside, but you kind of format it the way you like. And then once you download the file, you go into this website called Next Day Flyers. I have had an incredible experience with this company. They are incredible, and I give them my highest recommendation. They offer a service called standard postcards, and one of those is a 6x9, which is what I'm holding here. It's a great size because you can fit a lot on the back and a nice colorful graphic on the front. If you choose to print black on the back side, you save a little bit of money, but my default settings are 14-point cardstock, high gloss UV, and I usually buy 1,000. So the price for 1,000, if you're able to wait, is 16 cents a piece. That is amazing in terms of the value of this mail piece. I don't even know if I could print it on site for that cheap. So what does it look like to buy these? Well, you can buy them blank like this. Put your return address up here, and you can go ahead and write some copy. We put some graphics on the backside as well, and leave space for a stamp. If you're planning to mail them yourself, that's all you need. You can print the labels on your own printer and you can adhere them, and this will go out just like most other mail does. You can send it first class, but if you perhaps are sending out a large volume of mail in a year, you might want to consider having a nonprofit account at the USPS. So I'll talk about that more in a minute. But first, I want to just show you a receipt of what it actually costed us to do some real campaigns. All right, so this one was 1,000 mail pieces. We ordered it December 17th, 2025. It got to the mailboxes in late December. So not quite in time for Christmas. I probably should have ordered it a little sooner, but in time for New Year for sure. So what we paid for was also included some mailing services. So we paid 152 for 1,000 of these. That's amazing. But then we also bought postage through them and we had them put the stamps on. That's also helpful. We also purchased something called mailing service. They have an inkjet service where they will actually print the name and address on to the mail piece for you so that you don't have to do that. It saved us a lot of labor and time, and we've had a very long relationship with Next Day Flyers and trust them. Their privacy policies are very, very good and strict. So an excellent thing. I see that in this case, I actually did get the 10-point cardstock. So interesting anyway. And then, they send you a proof, and this is what the proof looked like for our order. So you can see kind of the trim line, the safe zone on both sides. They review this professionally. They kind of have a very hands-on approach to each one of their clients, and you'll have a good experience if you use them. So for a total cost altogether, postage, printing, and the labeling, $568 out the door for $853. They sent us back the unused ones. So we bought 1,000 and they sent out 153. That means 147 of these came to us at the office, and you can pay for shipping. They will arrive to you like this, and you can have the excess if you want them. All of this is available. You can see the mailing service is available here. You might have to go down. Yeah, you might have to play around with the settings just a little bit, and give them a shot. I highly recommend these guys. So let's talk about our experience, and let's talk about USPS. So first about the USPS. They offer something through the Business Customer Gateway, it's called, on their website, that you can apply for a special nonprofit price. If you have that, then you get what's called a permit imprint number. That permit imprint number allows you to send large quantities of mail at a reduced rate. If you're only sending out maybe 1 or 2 times, it probably doesn't save you a ton of money. But if you send out a lot of mail like we do, you definitely want to get the advantage of the cheapest rates at the U.S. Postal Service. So go to your local bulk mail center and talk to them. Each state has its own bulk mail center, and mine is in Hopkins. So I went to Hopkins, I got the application, I filled it out, and after I paid the fees, I now have the permit imprint that I can stick on any piece of mail and will automatically charge our account for the stamps. So consider that if you're sending maybe more than, I would say maybe more than 1,000 pieces per year, you're going to save the money for the fees, and they're really not that bad for fees. I just want to close this video by sharing about our experience with direct mail. Of course, sometimes we all feel like, hey, what's another piece of mail, right? How am I sure if it's going to land with my people and, inspire them? And what we decided as an organization is that we would use these as a celebration tool. That if we had some milestone we were celebrating or something we wanted to talk about, that was a time where we would send one of these out. And the reception has been extremely positive. People felt informed. They felt like they were part of the celebration with us. And they also felt some level of mindfulness from our organization to them, which is true. We cared enough to purchase this piece of mail and send it to them. I know that there is a portion of these that probably go straight in the dustbin. But from my perspective, if you think about the digital age we live in, physical mail means something that an email doesn't. I could send a bunch of emails out, and some of them will inevitably get sent to the junk mail and may not ever be opened. And even though I think we have a pretty high open rate, it's 46%, I know that every single person will see this who's on my mailing list. And the open rate, so to speak, is 100% because it's already open. They'll have to throw it away, and maybe they'll let me know if they don't want it anymore. They'll mark return to sender or something. But it's been a very positive thing for our team and our culture, and the reception has been quite warm. So if you're thinking about it, maybe for your city, sending out some information about your organization or your company, consider nextdayflyers.com. This is not a paid endorsement of them, but I have been treated with such kindness and respect by them that I gladly pass them on to you. And consider the impact of direct mail to remind people of different things that are upcoming, perhaps to celebrate a milestone, but really to inspire and create a sense of community around your framework, your organization. So that's been a bit about our experience. We probably send out maybe 2 or 3 a year, total cost all in $1,500. But I know that for certain, that inspiration that we're giving to our people, it's coming back to us more than we are spending. And that some of those things I'm talking about with when it comes to building the community, that it's hard to put a price on that. So consider some direct mail. If you have any questions, reach out to me directly. I'd be happy to help you, talk you through your first couple designs and what maybe is all included. But anyway, take care. God bless you, your ministry or your business. And I hope that you have a great time buying some postcards. Take care.